Jim, what's the mission of HMS Penzance and the other Royal Navy mine countermeasures assets based here in Bahrain?
Yeah, HMS Penzance is a single-role mine hunter. So, as you're well aware, we're one of 4 mine hunters based out here permanently in the Middle Eastern region, based out of the Kingdom of Bahrain. And in fact, this year celebrates 10 years of the permanent presence of the 4 Royal Navy mine countermeasures vessels out here. And we're here to protect the trade routes. We're here to protect those sea lines of communication, those motorways that carry 40% of the world's energy through them.
And so what are the key mine countermeasures capabilities that HMS Penzance can deploy?
Penzance has a variety of systems, both manned and unmanned. So essentially I'm here to find and dispose of mines. That's the job of the ship. I do that by detecting a mine on the sonar. I can either use a manned system and send one of my divers down that can identify and, if required, dispose of that, or use an unmanned system to do that as well.
And so how did the Sandown class ships differ from the Hunt class, and how can the 2 types work together in the Gulf?
With the Sandowns and the Hunts, you get a slightly different capability. So my sonar is on a winch, which then I drop down into the ocean. And so what that winch means is that I can get through some complicated underwater acoustics and put the sonar down to the area I need it to work in, which you can't necessarily get off the hull-mounted sonar in a Hunt class. It makes the Hunt very good in the shallow water, and it makes the Sandown extremely good in the deeper water.
Which navies do you work with closely in this region?
We obviously work a lot with the Bahraini Navy, being based out of the Kingdom of Bahrain, but also alongside here in the UAE, we have a lot of friends in the UAE Navy, and in fact we'll be working alongside the Saudi Navy next month as well.
And you also work very closely with the US Navy?
That's absolutely right. And if you take 2 weeks ago, we conducted another exercise with the US out in the Central Gulf, and through that, the very place that exercise took place is the direct on these sea lines of communication motorway route that trade passes through every day. It's great for us to train there and be able to operate there.
How is the ship and the crew prepared for the harsh operating environment that you experience out here in the Gulf?
The ship's probably better prepared than the crew. The ship's made of plastic, and she does very well out here. The engineering systems are all now tailored to that hot weather operation, because we've been operating out here for so long. However, it can get pretty arduous in the summer months, yeah, it's the probably bigger effect is on the crew, particularly the guys. I feel for them working down the engine room in those temperatures.
What do remote offboard systems bring to mine countermeasures, and how are they likely to change the way that MCM is conducted in the future?
They bring a lot to it. So they take the man out of the chain. It means I've got a underwater vehicle able to approach a more sensitive underwater munition, a more sensitive mine or bomb, and with not a man there. So obviously that reduces the risk to personnel, but the ability to operate those systems is at times tricky. But that technology is only going to improve. But the CFOX system we do use is exceptionally good, and is one of the better systems around. It's great.